So in this particular document, you have here the certificate of product registration for prescription basis only. So therefore, for mass vaccination, hindi ho siya pwede as attested during the Formulary Executive Council. But what is important, sir, is in this particular annex, December 22, in which Sanofi Global and Sanofi Local actually identified 4 risks, which is anaphylactic reaction, that is severe allergy, tropism, which is acute muscular vital organ dysfunction after vaccination, neutropenia, increase in the severity of the dengue disease, and
Microphone, Secretariat.
of the dengue disease and occurrence of severe dengue over time. All right, sir. Now, when we heard the mass vaccination in January 2016, 1 week before the vaccination, we wrote a position paper which was presented in Congress here, but we were not allowed to present on the first day. And there are basically 4 reasons. The first one is the lingering problems in terms of safety as predicted already, kasi nangyari na November 27, that there will be severe dengue in seronegative patient. Second, it's a misplaced priority considering there are 200,000 cases of dengue with 600 deaths. And to vaccinate 1% of the population is not cost effective. Number 3, the cost effective study was biased because the investigator from the FEC was sponsored by Sanofi. And the last one, which is the most important reason, is the hasty mass vaccination, considering you need 12 to 18 months based on the Formulary Executive Council to actually do mass vaccination. Now I have here documents, sir, that Sanofi supposedly would actually present a risk management plan after 1 year. So sa pagmamadali, sir, they need to present three studies: dengue 11, dengue 15, dengue 13, and dengue 16, which is actually in pregnancy and other studies. On April 2017, a memo from Dr. Benjamin Ko to Attorney Catherine Austria. And it says that the Center for Drug Regulation and Research respectfully submits and reports the violation of the subject marketing authorization regarding the post-approval commitment for dengue tetravalent vaccine for the following reason: failure to timely submit post-approval commitment documents and provide a complete, accurate data information as required in risk management, and the issuance of incomplete as well as inaccurate data based on this. So the recommendation here was April 2017. And based on the studies here, based on Dr. Dan's testimony in Senate, that only the phase 3 was over in September and October, and that triggered the November 27 product label change, that it will actually potentially cause severe dengue in seronegative patients. And therefore, on December 4, Secretary Duque stopped the mass vaccination. The FDA suspended the sales and distribution of Sanofi. But on December 29, FDA Director Sharid Puno, based on the April 2017, so it was sat, this document, somebody sat on this particular risk management plan of the safety data. If this could have been acted upon, therefore the expansion to the Region 7 and all of the deaths related to this one could have been averted. And based on this data by Sharid Puno, they fined Sanofi 100,000 pesos plus suspension of 1 year because of non-compliance to safety data. that they actually promised on the CPR of December 22. And what is very repulsive is that they actually conceal the 4 identified risks. It should be written in the informed consent so that the mothers, the victims, are aware of the dangers. That is bisotropism, which is acute dysfunction of the organs after vaccination, neutropism, that is related to the brains and cerebral nervous system, severe anaphylactic reaction, and the last one is severe dengue, which has been proven already in the global advisory of November 29 by Sanofi. That is actually the admission of Sanofi, that severe dengue can actually potentially be present, which was predicted 2 years ago in this August hall when we were actually prevented to present during that time. And that is under the Committee of Health of Angelina Tan, supported by a resolution by Congresswoman Sonsing. And of course, through a plenary discussion by Congressman Leachon. So that's all. In summary, Mr. Chair, you have here a problem of concealment of data, particularly safety. There was safety bus vaccination based on the Formulary Executive Council. You have here a classic regulatory capture in which the companies would influence the FDA and the FEC. You have concealment of data on safety, which actually for public interest, dated April 2017, acted upon only on December 2017. And to me, this is a great sin to the Filipino nation, considering this was a program of the government. Thank you, Your Honor.
Point of clarification, Dr. Leachon. Are you clearly saying that Sanofi did not submit a risk management plan to FDA? Ganun po ba?
Yes, sir. They promised to submit it by December 2016. But the FDA actually followed up. And through a letter April 2017, because of this repeated failure of Sanofi, Dr. Benjamin Ko actually created this particular memo addressed to the legal department of the FDA. But it was acted upon.
Sarit Puno is here, the Director General. Are you confirming the statement of Dr. Leachon that Sanofi Pastor did not submit a risk management plan to your office?
Yes, Your Honor. May I just clarify a few things, sir, about the statement of Dr. Leachon. First and foremost, I was appointed August 2016. So the approval of the Certificate of Product Registration, which is the pre-market approval, happened under the watch of Ms. Lulu Santiago. And when I was appointed, it's basically monitoring the post-marketing report submissions. So I think I believe what Dr. Leachon is emphasizing is the failure of Sanofi to to their commitment, no? Not changing the RMP, the risk management plan. Ito po ay, when you say risk management plan, it is part of their post-marketing commitment. No? It is a mortal sin, sir. No? When you keep on changing your risk management plan, most of the time in all other countries, they cancel the distribution or the selling of this medicine. Okay? And what happened was when I first came in, we immediately looked into all the documentations, but we weren't able to really dig deeper. So basically, when we first looked at their non-compliance to advertisements, kasi bawal ho ang nag-advertise ng prescription medicines. Inissuean ho namin, we immediately issued a report of violation. And then afterwards, upon checking again, okay, I had to check, because the Center Director for Drug, okay, does all the all the approvals, which is actually delegated by the Director General. Kumbaga, I should have that presumption of regularity that they are doing their job, and that since this policy, okay, this Dengvaxia is a national issue, no, I presumed, okay, that Dr. Benjico was doing his job in closely monitoring the submission of the post-marketing reports. Ang nangyari po, sir, we had to investigate, and then we found out several issues wherein there's doubt in terms of like submissions or entertaining or accommodating Sanofi. No po. So, again, going back, yes, it's true. Risk management plan, they kept on changing, and basically the admission that that Dengvaxia is only for patients who already had dengue. They informed us very late. As you can see, if you can, we've visited some of the documents of Singapore recently, and if you will check on their publication, they approved the Dengvaxia CPR October 2016, sir. But okay, with their publication, they already announced that it is not to be used for patients who hadn't had dengue. So, sir, ibig sabihin, alam na nila, dapat December 22, 2015, alam na nila at dapat sinabi na nila sa Pilipinas na hindi ito pwede sa mga batang hindi pa nagkakaroon ng dengue. Ano po? So, I think the gap there, sir, now is why didn't FDA act immediately? And with that kind of gap, we formed the FDA Dengvaxia Task Force as approved by the Secretary of Health, and we are doing our. They have their initial findings already. It will be provided to Secretary Duque this week, sir. But then nandun po, they have indicated there the accommodation being given to Sanofi. Okay, the non-compliance to standard requirements like not like for example, sir, bawal ho magsabit sa FDA ng direct yung stakeholder to the evaluator or to the director. And with Sanofi, it happened. No po. They were there's this circular in FDA that I released that we are prohibiting all clients to enter the FDA headquarters. All stakeholders or clients should go through FDA Action Center where all transactions should take place. But with Sanofi, okay, they were able to give the USB to Director Benjico directly.
Dito ba si
sir.
Benjico? Is Benjico here? Wala.
So yung mga advanced copies po, Mr. Chair, yung mga gaps na yon, we are still investigating. The Dengvaxia Task Force still investigating. But what I'm only telling you now is
in short, you are insinuating that Sanofi was given special treatment. Considering, sabi mo kanina, hindi pwedeng dumirekta yung mga manufacturers. It has to go through a process. There is a center to accepting these applications or whatever. But in this case, Sanofi went directly to Benjamin Co.
Yes, sir. Looking at all the circumstances, definitely that's the conclusion.
And then, point of clarification po, sinabi ni Dr. Leachon kanina, Sanofi did not submit the risk management plan, but according to you, they were able to submit, but pinalitan lang, palaging nagpapalit.
They submit, first, when you say post-commitment report, okay, there's a deadline, sir. So they should have submitted the viscerotropic, all those things.
So they were not able to submit it
po
on the
sila
deadline?
nag-submit, opo. And then, binago po nila yung schedule kung kailan nila isasubmit.
And then you also stated that it is a ground for cancellation.
Yes, sir.
Then why did FDA not cancel it?
Sir, we suspended the we suspended the certificate of product registration. We have to take into consideration due
You
process, sir.
suspended the CPR of Dengvaxia.
Yes, sir.
When did you suspend it?
December 27 or 29, 2017, sir.
December 2017.
Yes, sir.
That's after they released the information already.
Yes, sir.
It was too late already.
Yes, sir.
Just a very
Dr. Leachon.
important interjection. May I address this question to Director General Puno? Nung sinabi po nyo na kinancel po ninyo, December 29, I saw your signed memorandum canceling and suspending the product registration of Sanofi, right? O, bakit po April 27 po nagbigay ng meron din po akong dokumento na si doctor ko ay nag-submit po ng recommendation na cancelahin na nung April 2017. Why did it take about 8 months on the part of FDA to finally and ultimately cancel the product registration? Considering the 8 months gap ay importante, baka nung panahong yon ay may nabakunahan pa ng mga bata.
Actually, sir, I really don't know how to answer that. But honestly, I actually expected the center director to recommend to the director general about the cancellation, especially that this is a national program, sir.
So anong dahilan bakit hindi ito na-cancel agad-agad?
Sir, there was leniency.
Leniency?
Yes.
On the part of?
On the part of the center director, sir. And I called his attention already on that. And
Kaya lang mabigat, to express sa mga bata.
Opo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.